Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Cody. I am a young, aspiring teacher, and I am here with one name cannot be revealed right now, but he will tell us about the struggles that he had in the classroom throughout his entire young life, and suggestions he has to improve these. He will tell us about both the visual and hearing impairments that could be improved on in the classroom. Now, Mr. Beethoven, do you care to share some of these struggles that you had in the classroom?
Well, Mr. Cody, thank you. As you all know, I'm hard of hearing. Can't hear basically anything. And I'll start at the beginning. When I was a young boy, my teacher would have me in the back seat of the classroom, and they'd be like, "Beethoven, Ludwig, answer my question," and I couldn't hear the question.
Why could you not hear it?
I'm hard of hearing. How many times do I have to say it?
I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing too.
well, one and the same, sorry. Well, as the time went on, as I got older, time went on, and they moved me up to the front of the class, and they learned that Ludwig can't hear. Surprise, surprise. So eventually, it got to the point where I needed a personal hearing aid, but back then they didn't have those, you know.
Yeah.
Times progressed.
A lot since then, right?
What?
Time has progressed a lot since then.
Yes. Whatever. Anyways, before I got interrupted,
Sorry, Mr. Beethoven.
It's alright. Things go on, and nowadays they have adaptations such as personal hearing aid devices, the amplifiers for the teachers. What else? What are some others? I'm turning this interview around.
Well, I believe that they also have visual guided notes available for the student that they can use. That way they do not have to worry about necessarily catching everything that the teacher says. The teacher also can make sure to eliminate any of the extra noises, keep them away from the door, close the windows, and make sure to keep all distractions away from them. Mr. Beethoven?
Another one is make sure they keep all the distractions away from them.
That's what I said. You need to listen.
What?
How about you talk about your friend? Your visually impaired friend.
Aha! Ray Charles. Me and him go way back. You guys probably know him too. He's a blind piano player. He can't see. He couldn't see you from me.
No.
Away, right. So he tries to play the piano. He learns to play the piano, but in the classroom, whole different story. He obviously couldn't see what he was writing, couldn't see the board. Different adaptations for him: Braille, audio recordings, so he can hear. Unlike me. What's for someone else? We were talking about this before the interview.
Well, we discussed how your friend Ray could sit, near the front of the classroom. That way he could hear the teacher. The teacher could keep him on task,
Yeah.
make sure that he is understanding everything.
Right.
And they also provide, you said audio recordings, right?
Audio recordings, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
As well in the same.
No, one and the same. They provide online tests that they can take, audio tests, so that way they can hear the exams and they don't necessarily have to see them.
What? Bulletproof vest?
No. Online exams. there are accessible online exams that they can take.
Audio test?
Yes.
I heard bulletproof vest if it was audio test.
Audio test, yes. Do you know any other, Mr. Beethoven?
No, that's pretty much all of it, but just, I mean, any of these students can become great shining lights in society.
Well, I mean, what are some indicators that show somebody might be visually or hearing impaired? I mean, I know when kids tend to rub their eyes, it might be a signal, an indicator that they might not be able to see very well.
Yes, puffiness around the eyes, rubbing, irritation, watery eyes, complaining about things when they look at them closely, irritation, irritability when they're doing close homework, reading, losing focus when they read.
What are some things to help them with this? You could possibly use larger print.
Larger print, yes.
Projections, maybe project it larger onto the blackboard or wherever. So
right, they don't have to keep it so close. They don't get that headache. We've said it before. Put them in the front of the class. Don't have the hooligan sitting in the back of the class. They won't be able to see anything. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure some of these things out.
Yes. Anything else you'd like to add? What about hearing impaired? What are some indicators of hearing impaired children?
Well, obviously people asking what?
Okay, yes, besides them obviously complaining they cannot hear.
Well, they may not understand directions very well. If you're only hearing bits and chunks of the directions, you will not know what's going on.
And then they'll usually become lost, and then they'll just not be focused anymore. And that'll cause them to struggle in the classroom, right?
Right.
How were you able to overcome these struggles?
Well, obviously, I found a couple things like music. If you haven't heard of me, I've written Symphony number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Ode to Joy, Symphony number 9, 10, 11, 12, and Furore Elise.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well.
Oh yeah, so what I've done to just any one of these students, blind, deaf, look at Ray Charles. He played the piano, Shake Your Tail Feather, his number one hit. Let me see, take your tail feather. That one?
Yes.
Yes. He writes many number one hits, many musical influences. They're not, just because they have these impairments, does not mean they're disabled. They are special.
Just because they are visually or hearing impaired does not mean they cannot be successful in the classroom.
Or anywhere else, for that.
You just need to take the proper steps for them to be successful. This is Mr. Cody with Mr. Beethoven, and I am a young aspiring teacher.
Thank you.